Let's quickly go across to headlines today's editor-at-large, Rahul Kanwal.
Thank you very much. We're here at the AICC session, and the man who's made the most controversial comments since the morning, Mani Shankar Iyer, now joining us. Mr. Iyer, you were rather derisive in the comment that you made, saying Narendra Modi should come and sell tea outside the AICC session. Is that not a very casteist, very nasty, very undeserving thing to say, sir?
I said lots of other things too, but your television media knows how to cut out everything important and leave only the trivial.
No, but we picked out the headline.
What I said was that here is a man who has shown that he knows no history, knows no economics, doesn't know the constitution, doesn't understand the law, and has got a development model which is not inclusive. How can they choose a person like him to become the Prime Minister?
How are Rahul Gandhi's credentials any better than Modi?
Can I finish? And who then is projected, and he keeps saying in every speech that I began my life serving tea in a stall. And that becomes a qualification to become Prime Minister.
He's been 3 times Chief Minister, sir.
He may have been Chief Minister, but we've shown in his Gujarat model that he is a puppet of the capitalist class.
But that's 15 more years of administrative experience than your man for the job has.
Our man is the leader of the campaign. We'll let you know later who is our Prime Minister.
No, because one thing that's very clear, which the Congress party has indicated, is that if the Congress were to get re-elected, Rahul Gandhi will be your Prime Minister. Sure. My question is, how are Rahul's credentials any better than Modi?
Has Rajiv Gandhi said that Alexander went to Patliputra? Has Rajiv Gandhi mixed up Nalanda with Takshila? Has Rajiv Gandhi made an idiotic proposition that all taxes will be removed and only a transactions tax will be?
You're talking about Rahul, not Rajiv. You're talking about Rahul, not Rajiv.
No, I'm talking about Rahul, not Rajiv. But I was going to come to Rajiv in a minute. Therefore, all the charges that I've laid are charges that arise out of statements made by Mr. Modi. Next, let me go back to Jawaharlal Nehru. When he became Prime Minister, what was his administrative experience? He'd been 6 months.
And he made many mistakes in the beginning. He
also made a lot of very sensible things. I know that you don't much like Nehru, but I am a great admirer of his. And if the fundamental things that he did were not the right ones, including one of his decisions, which was referring Kashmir to the UN, which I know that you contest.
No, but you don't answer my question, sir. My question is, how are Rahul's credentials better than Modi's credentials?
I started answering it. You said Rajiv. So please don't fault me. Rahul, I'm just trying to explain why Rahul's credentials are better. First, with reference to the BJP's prime ministerial candidate, all the mistakes that he has made, I have referred to them and said that Rahul has not made them. Then with respect to administrative experience, I was beginning to explain to you that Nehru had no administrative experience until he became the greatest Prime Minister India has ever had. That Indira Gandhi's administrative experience was limited to the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting for about a year before she became Prime Minister. That Rajiv had none. And yet it was outstanding how he brought a revolutionary change in the way in which we look at governance.
Do you really think Rahul has the makings of a great Prime Minister?
Well, I have not had much interaction with him, but in whatever little interaction I've had with him, I see the continuation of a Rajiv tradition that has not always been strongly maintained. Above all, the recognition that money is not the source of getting inclusive development done. It has to be delivered as power to the people. And Rahul's understanding of Panchayat Raj is much greater than many of our most senior ministers.
You were Rajiv's speechwriter. Now we see Rahul deliver. You were Rajiv's speechwriter. Now we see Rahul deliver one inspiring speech after another. In Delhi, when he wanted to speak, people were going away. How important is today's speech from the perspective of Rahul's political career and what he wants to stand for as a politician?
Well, obviously I can't predict what he's going to say, and I've not been involved in whatever he's going to say. But since it is a speech being made in the immediate aftermath of his being put in charge of our election campaign, I expect him to rise at least to the heights to which he rose when he was named the vice president of the party. It was a revelation to see a person with so much enthusiasm in it and so many new ideas.
On most occasions, he's been uninspiring. Would you not admit that?
He may have been uninspiring on some, he's been very inspiring on others. You can't have a consistent record of always making good speeches.
Do you not think that, say, a Kejriwal or a Modi seem to speak far more authoritatively than a Rahul does?
Thank you. Our aim is not to do what the AAP is doing, which is providing a joke a day as their form of governance. So please don't compare him to Kejriwal.
No, but in the age of the digital media, in the age of 24/7 cameras, your public speaking style is important, and Rahul so far has been less impressive than even his sister Priyanka.
I'm sorry, I don't attach the same importance to you as you do to yourself. The governance is not determined on camera, and Kejriwal's biggest mistake is because you keep putting him on that he can do nothing except come on the TV. Yes, communicating is important. I have seen Rahul communicating within the Congress party, and there is a resonance. There have been occasions when I've seen him interacting with a larger crowd, but as I've never been on a campaign with him, I don't really know.
Why do you think he can't connect with the crowd? Why can't he connect with the crowd?
I'm not saying he cannot. I said I've never been with him.
I'm saying that in election campaigns, when you compare Modi's speaking style with Rahul's speaking style, there is a big difference.
What is Modi's speaking style? He knows how to abuse, he knows how to think up vulgar expressions like Shahzada, like Prince, like Mia. You want my leader to behave like a BJP communalist?
But what are you doing in turn?
Standards are
No, but what are you doing in turn? You're asking Modi to come and sell tea outside the AICC session. You're also...
Well, naturally, if the fellow will abuse my man all the time, I see no reason why I can't abuse him. If Modi can't stand the heat in the kitchen, let him get out.
Would you have liked to see Rahul being announced as the prime ministerial candidate instead of this halfway house?
This is not a halfway house.
It is a halfway house.
It isn't. You can say as much as you like, you can stop me from speaking. But if you ask me a question, for God's sake, give me the opportunity to give an answer. Did you announce the name of your child before your wife became pregnant? We have two stages of this election. There's first an election, and then there is the formation of a government. At the moment, the challenges of the election.
But every Congress leader was saying they want to see Rahul being announced as Prime Minister. This voice came from within the Congress party, sir.
It came from some youngsters here. I'm delighted at their enthusiasm. The mature people on the stage said at the present stage, the challenge is the election. So we are naming the chairman of the election campaign. And the next stage will be the formation of a government. At that stage, I'll tell you what, I'll come and whisper in your ear who is our candidate so that you can go before the camera and say, breaking news, headlines today is telling you that Rahul Gandhi is going to be the Prime Minister. I'll tell you at that stage.
No, but your dear friend Chidambaram said that 50% of the ticket should be reserved to those under 35. Would you accept that?
It's not for me to accept that. For one thing, I'm terrified that my seat will go to a 35-year-old boy. But generally speaking, there's been a long tradition in the Congress to mix youth with age. Don't forget that Maulana Azad was made the president of the Congress at the age of 35. That Jawaharlal Nehru became the president of the Congress at the age of 40. That Subhash Bose became the president of the Congress at the age of 42. That Indira Gandhi became the president of the Congress at 40. That Rajiv Gandhi became president of the Congress at 40. So therefore, it's been a long tradition. It's not an invention of Chidambaram here that we mix youth and age.
Okay, we're going to leave it over there. Thank you very much, Mr. Iyer, for joining us. That was Mani Shankar Iyer speaking to Headlines today. He's, of course, taking Modi head on. He says if Modi can abuse our leaders, there is no reason why Congress leaders cannot go and abuse him back in turn.